Right. Let's have an honest conversation about something we'd all rather forget, but absolutely shouldn't. Could another pandemic happen? Not to be alarmist, but the answer is almost certainly yes. The question isn't if, but when, and more importantly, are we ready this time? Here's what keeps epidemiologists up at night. Pandemics aren't black swan events, they're predictable surprises. Throughout human history, we've faced them roughly every 10 to 50 years. Spanish flu in 1918, Asian flu in 1957, Hong Kong flu in 1968, H1N1 in 2009, and of course COVID-19 in 2020. But here's the thing, our modern world is essentially a pandemic pressure cooker. We've got 8 billion people, many living in dense urban areas. We travel internationally at unprecedented rates. Remember, COVID-19 went global in weeks, not months or years like historical pandemics. We're encroaching on wildlife habitats, increasing contact with animals carrying novel viruses. And climate change? It's shifting disease patterns and expanding the range of disease-carrying insects. The next pandemic could take several forms. It might be another coronavirus. After all, we've had 3 serious coronavirus outbreaks in just 20 years. SARS, MERS and COVID-19. Or it could be influenza. The flu might seem mundane, but a novel strain with the right, or rather wrong, combination of transmissibility and severity could be catastrophic. We're particularly watching avian flu, H5N1, which has been spreading in birds and occasionally jumping to mammals. Currently, it doesn't spread easily between humans, but viruses evolve. Then there's Disease X, the placeholder name the WHO uses for an unknown pathogen that could cause the next pandemic. It might be something completely unexpected, perhaps emerging from melting permafrost or from deep within rainforests we're only now exploring. The characteristics we're worried about? High transmissibility before symptoms appear. That's what made COVID so successful. A mortality rate higher than COVID's, but not so high it burns out quickly. And resistance to existing treatments. Now, before you start stockpiling toilet paper again, let's talk about what's different this time. Because we have learned. Quite a lot, actually. First, the scientific wins. We developed COVID vaccines in under a year. Previously, the fastest vaccine development was 4 years for mumps. We've refined mRNA technology, which can be adapted quickly to new pathogens. We now have platforms ready to go. We just need to plug in the genetic sequence of a new virus. We've improved genomic surveillance dramatically. Countries are sharing viral sequences faster than ever. We can spot new variants within days, not months. There's now a global network watching for unusual disease patterns. Think of it as an early warning system for pandemics. Wastewater surveillance has emerged as a powerful tool. We can detect viruses in sewage before people even know they're sick. Several countries have made this permanent infrastructure. Beyond vaccines, we've developed better treatments. Antivirals like Paxlovid can be adapted for new viruses. We understand better how to treat severe respiratory illness. We've improved ventilator protocols and discovered which existing drugs might help. Air quality has finally gotten attention. Many buildings have upgraded ventilation systems, UVC light purification, cheaper filters. These aren't just for hospitals anymore. Some countries are treating clean indoor air as a public health right, like clean water. We've also built manufacturing capacity. Countries learned the hard way about supply chain vulnerabilities. Many nations now have domestic capacity for PPE, testing materials, and vaccine production. The tools are only as good as our willingness to use them, and that's where things get complicated. Pandemic fatigue is real. Trust in public health institutions has been damaged. Misinformation spreads faster than any virus. Political polarization has made coordinated responses more difficult. And memories are short. We're already seeing pandemic preparedness budgets being cut. The WHO is trying to establish a pandemic treaty, a framework for global cooperation. But negotiations are, well, they're going about as well as you'd expect when you try to get 194 countries to agree on anything. We're certainly better prepared technologically than we were in 2019. We have tools our predecessors could only dream of. But preparedness isn't just about science, it's about systems, trust, and political will. The next pandemic will test not just our medical capabilities, but our social cohesion, our information systems, and our ability to act collectively whilst respecting individual freedoms. The honest answer, we're more ready than we were, but not as ready as we should be. And that gap between where we are and where we need to be, that's where our focus should be. Because if COVID-19 taught us anything, it's that viruses don't care about borders, politics, or whether we're paying attention. They only care about opportunity. Our job is to make sure we don't give them one. Stay informed, stay prepared, but don't panic. Science has come a long way, and despite everything, humans are remarkably good at rising to challenges. Eventually.